So we go back and we were looking at Jude 1:9, and we found out that the archangel Michael was dealing with Satan over the body of Moses. Isn't that a shot? You know? And so obviously you realize they couldn't find Moses' body after he died, right? So, and this speaks to the individuality of you, by the way, if we wanted to take it for that for just a second. Because, right, we're all the same in Christianity, right? All of us have the same gift. Isn't that what religion's teaching today? Everybody's pretty much the same. We can all do everything the same, right? Except for Moses was raised from the dead before everybody else. Because they couldn't find his body. And the next thing you know, Jesus shows up on the Mount of Transfiguration. And somehow Moses has ended up in heaven before the resurrection. When everybody else would end up in heaven, Moses is already there. And he speaks with Jesus about his future and about what must take place. Amen? And so we now learn from Jude that what took place is Michael came down to get Moses' body and said, hey, he's coming up early. And the devil's like, no, I'm going to oppose this. I'm opposing this. Michael's like, I'm sorry, the Lord rebuke you. He's going up. Amen. Then you can speculate as to why that would happen. But I tell you something, it's between him and God. Which, what does that tell me if I'm smart? There's a lot of stuff goes on between me and God that may not go on between you and God. There's a lot of stuff goes on between you and God that may not necessarily go on between me and God. So what does that mean? That means Jesus got a personal ministry with each and every person that's born again in this room. And it means we're not the same. It means some of us can pray for some things more powerfully than others. Not saying we're not all able to ask for things. What I'm telling you and showing you is God set some people to a position where they can gain something so much more easily because it's what they're here to do. I would suggest to you that almost any man in this room can do some PVC plumbing. Probably most of the women. Just basically, but let me tell you something. There are men God created that are artisans. They can do what it'll take me 4 hours to do, literally in 15 minutes while they're on the cell phone, and it'll be much cleaner and better than mine. That exists in the spiritual as well. We have to be thick not to understand those things, right?